Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon member. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. Yes, for years, for years, the Rasta community has been sanitizing the coral gardens, St. James uprising in favor of Rastafarians. But here is the undeniable facts. Most of you don't know that Rastas, Rastas are the authors of road boy, gunman behavior criminality in Jamaica. And they got reparation for killing 2 cops in Jamaica. Yes, Rastas get reparation for killing cops in Jamaica. Not only the Rastas, but other criminal elements in Jamaica get reparation. So you can look right there, you can see a man, popular figure in a Jamaican culture. His name is Muta Baruka. And we can tell you that Muta Baruka is a pathological liar. And we say that without any apology. Reason being is because he's one of them who has been sanitizing the coral gardens, and they call it massacre, in which they don't tell you, they just tell you the part, because in Jamaica, most people do not understand, most Jamaicans know this. The easiest way to get sympathy is always to cast blame on the police, and you don't accept responsibility for your action and tell quarter truth. And Muta Baruka is one of them who have been telling quarter truth about this. And guess what? Our Prime Minister, by the name of Andrew Holness, who is so gullible that he'll do anything to get votes. Anything. Yes, man. And when somebody will do anything for votes, say them not no core beliefs. That's why we tell us Andrew Holness is not a Labourite. He's Michael Manley 2.0. Everything that the founders of the GLP party have in place, he came and he knocked them down, destroyed. So it's like, giving them the middle finger. Bustamante, Hugh Shearer, Donald Sangster, and then Edward Seaga. Yes. We're not going to talk about the Prime Minister Bruce Gordon. We don't reach him as yet. So, moving on. So that's as we tell you, if you're not learning anything over here, you're at the wrong channel. So you just go elsewhere where people can sanitize and full of paid with lies. Because most Jamaicans do not like to read, but those who love to read, will learn a thing or two. And whatever we learn, we impart it to others because we believe in education. Knowledge is power. Knowledge kept to yourself is no knowledge at all. You can't tell it that. So moving on. So welcome to our channel. If this is your first time here, we highly recommend subscribing to stay updated with our latest content. Hit the subscription button above, click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications. Remember to give this video a thumbs up if you find it very helpful and informative. Most of you maybe are the first you're going to hear this, or others might hear it before. So despite the misinformation, it's important to clarify that there is no like button on YouTube. So when we are telling that there's no like button on YouTube, there's none, period. So, people will tell we're not going to tell about it any like button because there is none. You understand? The only button they have on YouTube is the thumbs up button. So you give the video a thumbs up, and if you thumbs on the video, that means you're a criminal supporter. Because, we at the Jamaica Young Police channel, we're a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen. So, we not subscribe to the old corals in them. You understand? That's just us right here at the Jamaica Young Police channel. So, as we said, so despite Despite the misinformation, there's no like button on YouTube. It's either thumbs up or thumbs down. And if you thumbs down the video, that means you're a criminal supporter. You understand? So please use the thumbs up button to show your support. On the other hand, if you hit the thumbs down button, we kind of request that you reconsider, as it helps us understand your concern better. But we don't negotiate with criminals. Our criminal supporters are people who are part of the criminal. Yeah, so just remember to keep the button at all times in the thumbs up, because when you do that, it helps to reach others all over YouTube, you understand, over the internet and the YouTube platform. Because the more you like the video, the more we're not talking about liking it in your head too, but the more that you give it a thumbs up, the more the video gets decimated over on the YouTube platform. So that's all you understand. So if you haven't, so join the Patreon squad, yeah. By joining the Patreon squad, you'll gain access to exclusive content that cannot be played on YouTube due to various restrictions. To unlock this untapped collection of videos, click the link in the description box below. Joining our Patreon community allows you to explore content that complies with laws, rules and regulations while avoiding disruption to our channel's functionalities. Thank you for your continued support, and we look forward to providing you with exceptional content. Remember to click the subscription button and the bell icon and select all for the best experience. So join this Patreon squad now, and let's journey together into exclusive videos. So we're gonna unmasking Marcus Garvey, dispelling misconception and revealing his unadulterated legacy. So in this eye-opening exploration, we dive deep into the life of the remarkable figures, Marcus Garvey. For decades, Garvey has been subject to misconception and distortions and perpetrated by individuals like Muta Baruka, Andrea Williams, Miguel Lan and the others, yes, Rastafarians. However, it is crucial to separate fact from fiction and unmask the truth about this influential leader. Marcus Garvey do not support some of the things that these people support. So attention, viewers and subscribers and members of the Patreon community. Today we embark on a journey to uncover the truth about Marcus Garvey, a towering figure in black history. It's time to challenge the misconceptions and set the record straight. Contrary to popular belief, Marcus Garvey was not a liar. Let me repeat that. Contrary to popular belief, Marcus Garvey was not a liar. Instead, those who fear his revolutionary ideas orchestrated his imprisonment. So when Muta Baruka, they're using other things to tell lies about police and all these things, Marcus Garvey would not subscribe to what all the lies that Muta Baruka and Cabo and all the other Rastas have told about the Coral Gardens incident. So that's why we use Marcus Garvey as an example. Because they like to use Marcus Garvey as a nucleus in the Rastafarian movement, in which what they forgot that Marcus Garvey did not like people who lies. Yes. So Garvey's legacy has been degraded, adulterated and falsified by falsehoods propagated by individuals like Muta Baruka, Andrea Williams, that is named Kabu, Miguel Lan and other Rastafarians who have perpetrated these misconceptions for decades. But the truth deserves to be unveiled, for it is a beacon of inspiration that transcends generations. Marcus Garvey, a visionary leader, fought tirelessly for the empowerment and liberation of black people worldwide. His iconic words still resonate today, reminding us all that unity and self-determination are the key to overcoming oppression. I want me to repeat that part, His iconic words still resonate today, reminding us all that unity and self-determination are the keys to overcoming oppression. Garvey's message of pride and self-worth continues to serve as a guiding light for future generations. We must separate facts from fiction and dispel the myth surrounding Marcus Garvey. By doing so, we can honor his true legacy and pay homage to the man who defy the odds. So let's remember that Garvey's influential ideas, dedication to his people, and unwavering commitment made him a fear figured by those who sought to suppress the truth. Just listen here, Muta Baruka we are talking. Muta Baruka, Andrea Williams, Miguel Lan and the other Rastas them were lied. Just listen this. Let us remember that Garvey influential ideas, dedication to his people, and unwavering commitment made him a fear figured by those who sought to suppress the truth. And that is what they have done with the Coral Gardens, according to them, Bad Friday. So let's unmask Marcus Garvey, dispel the misconceptions, and reveal his unadulterated legacy for all to see. Let his life serve as a reminder that the courage to challenge the status quo can change the world. So thank you for joining on this enlightening journey. So the lies that Muta Baruka, Andrea Williams, that's she named Cabo now, and Miguel Lan and other Rastafarians keep repeating to the Jamaican people about Bad Friday 1963. So here are the facts, actual mama, papa facts. So we're going to tell you, because you know these people, them hate anything to do with law enforcement. So Bad Friday, they call it, this is what the Rasta them call it, you know. Yeah, we don't hate Rasta, we love Rasta because, yeah, we have a Rasta, you understand what I'm saying? We don't have nothing against Rasta, you know, but we don't like Rasta, we are lied. Rasta supposed to be righteous people, you understand, but we have seen that they are not these. So Bad Friday 1963 was a bad day for cops. So let me repeat that. Yes, Bad Friday 1963 was a bad day for cops. Rastas, chop, yes, Constable Errol Campbell in the head. Yeah, that's the man that you have seen earlier on the thumbnail. Yeah, this is the man. Know that most of you, the first that you're going to hear about this, because you know that in Jamaica, yes, in Jamaica, you know that people on our whole, they are afraid of terrorists. Yeah, man, almost afraid of terrorists. Alright, let me tell you, you have two factions of people in Jamaica that Jamaican people are afraid of. They're afraid of terrorists and they're afraid of Rastas. Yeah, man, because Rasta, them, when they're ready to get loud and boisterous, and some people are like nice. So you have the lady that named Barbara Glodan. So at one time, you know, Barbara Glodan was trying to educate the Jamaican people about the same Coral Gardens thing and the amount of death threat which she get on the radio from the Rastas them. So me want the Rasta then call me and threaten me, because me like to send people go workhouse. Because I am not here, I am not beholden to any man or anyone, I'm just here to speak the truth. So Bad Friday 1960 was a bad day for cops. So Rasta chap, Constable Errol Campbell, that's a man, you know, you never hear that yet, in the head and back. Constable Campbell was bedridden until his death last year, November 2022. And you never hear the Prime Minister, you never hear none of the people in Jamaica talk about it. So Constable Errol Campbell, lone survivor of the Coral Garden St. James, Rasta ambush and attack the police team and inflicted serious injuries to him on Bad Friday 1963 to his head and back. Constable Campbell, a Jamaican patriot, passed away on November 23rd, 2022. The reason why you don't hear about that, you have to understand, you know, that Jamaica is a society that the people, the elites, you have to understand, you know, they hate the police with a passion. I remember most of Jamaican people are criminal-minded people, you know. When we say most, I thought the elites, them. The people in the middle class people, them, the teachers and the accountants, they are more pro-law enforcement. They more love the police. Because most of them, they have brothers, sisters, you know, in the police force. But the elites, remember, they are the real criminals, you know, the one that live uptowns. The one that have the masters, the PhDs. Because, you have to understand, these are the same people who get the people them from inner the ghetto for kill their competitors or them friends and all of these things. So them normally them not like police. But they don't do it like how the people in a ghetto do it. So that's why they use the media for rile up the same ghetto people them and create some form of distraction. So that's why you see what is happening right now in Jamaica, where you have the police and the military occupy community them like on the war zone. You see them thing happening. And they are the one, the politician, the 63 people in the parliament, they're the one that destroy the fabric of Jamaican society and bring it down to this, where they might use Zozo and SOE. But yet still, you know, the police them who normally keep the place them, or normally keep them crime, them still have them in the office of detectives. So you have to understand that everything that these people are doing, you know, it's well planned and calculated, because they are the one that they are making crazy money, you know, by having the military and this police stationary for people sleep at night. At nights, I don't know which police officer joined the police force to become a soldier. Man, I am so happy that when I joined the police force was Edward Seaga was Prime Minister. So I did not have to been through anything like this. So all of these young police officers, they are not learning anything. All they're just learning how to be security guards. So that's why I tell you, try to leave, you understand? They're the one that cause all of these, you know, with the Zozo and the SOEs. Because it's a form of, they retaliate against the police force by creating income and took away all rights from the police officers. But most police don't even know that the rights that I enjoy when I was a police officer, none of it exists today's date. And the politician, especially the PMP criminal organization, they're the one that start to chip it away until they get the crime minister, Bruce Gordon. So we won't even talk about him per se or highlight him right for now. So we'll continue the journey. Yeah, man, so as we told you before, that yeah, man, Constable Campbell is a real patriot. I mean, his soul rest in peace. But they don't even promote the man after the man bedridden, you know. But we I tell you, but I know most of you is the first hearing this, because most about Roka and Cabo, they're not going to tell you because they are pathological liars. Yes. Every day them repeat it on the radio, and you have a prime minister where I don't know if him have anyone in his office who doing a research and realize that what these people are doing, they're scamming him or conning him. And that's why we tell you, he's Michael Manley 2.0. They could not get you Shearer for to yes, see it, you Shearer, although you understand, they could not get you Shearer to double down on what Bustamante did. Worse, they couldn't get before Shearer, Donald Saxon couldn't get him. Worse, they could not get Edward Seaga to do it. And who they get? A man who have all of the philosophy of all of the Michael Manley policies them and philosophy. Yeah, man. He's the one that did it and give the rest of them reparation. So we'll continue the journey. You understand? So, you know, Constable Campbell was a lone survivor of the Coral Garden St. James Rastas ambush and attacked the police team and inflicted serious injuries to him on Bad Friday 1963 to his head and back. Constable Campbell was a Jamaican patriot, and you know the man was bedridden for all of his life until him dead. Couldn't walk, couldn't do anything. And you have never seen the media go and visit this man. So that's to show you, you know, Jamaica is a criminal's paradise. You see, in the United States of America, where I am living, Constable Campbell, every time in time, Bad Friday, the media would be there to honor this man, to show the service. But you know, in Jamaica, they don't regard you as they don't regard police as anyone, you know, because you are poor people's children, and you are the one that have the powers that can arrest them when they break the law. Because these are the criminals, you know. And if you look what is happening even right now with Joel and Silvera, you think if he was a little ordinary guy, you think him could have killed his wife. When I say no, allegedly, his wife couldn't dead. And you must say he's lying. Say Bobby Montague never see him. I hope the police get a statement from Bobby Montague for sure, you know, the man is wicked, you know. You understand? So we'll just show you how the criminals them operate in Jamaica. This is just a sidebar. You understand? So unveiling the legacy of Marcus Garvey, and we're setting the record straight. As you know, Marcus Garvey is not aligned with lies. As Mota Baruka, Andrea Williams Cabo, Miguel Lan and other Rastas have done for decades. Garvey is not a liar. Remember, it was liars who sent Garvey to prison. Remember, you know, a people are blind send Marcus Garvey to prison. So Marcus Garvey hate liars with a passion. So when Muta Baruka tell people, say, Good Friday was a bad Friday for Rasta, a lie. You understand? You know, so the start provoking video delves deep into the untold story of Marcus Garvey, the revered Jamaican visionary and founding father of Pan-Africanism movement, as we uncover the shocking truth surrounding Garvey's legacy, challenging the misconception clothing his reputation for decades. Jamaica's first national heroes hold immense historical significance, but setting the record straight on certain misconception is crucial. We explore the pivotal role played by the late Edward Seaga, who risked his political future to return Garvey's body to his homeland, understanding Seaga's unwavering respect and admiration for the iconic figure is essential. However, tension arose when other influential figures such as Norman Washington Manley, that are Michael Manley's father, and Sir Alexander Bustamante, that are Manley them cousin, expressed their controversial views on Garvey's burial. They suggest an outrageous act of disrespect, advocating for Marcus Garvey's body to be buried upside down. Uncover the reason behind there and justify opposition to a man who dedicated his life empowering black people and championed self-reliance. So they never did like Marcus Garvey, you know. So here's a man now, Donald Sangster. He was a prime minister for a very short time and he passed away. Some people say it was poison, some say him died from heart attack. So as we delve into historical significance event on Good Friday, 1963, the Coral Garden incident, Rastas are so often associated with Marcus Garvey's teachings. Ambush and tragically took the lives of 2 policemen and 6 civilians. Contrary to popular belief, Garvey himself would not have supported such violence, and as he was a proponent of peace, respect and preservation of human rights. So let me repeat that for, the slow ones and for the liars like Muta, Andrea Williams, Cabo, and Miguel Lan and the other rest of them. Listen, on Good Friday, 1963, the Coral Gardens incident, Rastafarians often associated with Marcus Garvey's teachings, ambush and tragically took the lives of 2 policemen and 6 civilians. Most of you first year hear this, because you don't read. And all of these things in the Gleaner archive, and you have to pay for it. Yes. That's why them keep you dumb, because them knows education is powerful. They don't want to educate you, so they want to just keep you dumb. And then just keep telling you lies, and then most of Jamaican like fool, them just repeat it. And when you ask them, when them get say, boy, them hear it from so. You know what I mean? Say because a person have a name means say them credible. You read. Reading is important. You understand? So, them took the lives of 2 policemen and 6 civilians. So, contrary to popular belief, Garvey himself would not have supported such violence, as Marcus Garvey was a proponent of peace, respect, and preservation of human rights. So, discover the truth behind Marcus Garvey's unwavering commitment to non-aggression and his promotion of equality and unity. So, everything that Andrea Williams and Muta Baruka is telling you, people, is all lies about the Coral Gardens in Bad Friday. Marcus Garvey emphasized the importance of hard work, self-sufficiency, and individualism. He vehemently opposed socialism. So Marcus Garvey never subscribed to Michael Manley philosophy and all that begging and depend on government, man. Sit down out of front time part we are part-time lane or in a community or wait upon beggings. I beg government for come take care of him. Government for mine him and feed him. Marcus Garvey not in that. So Marcus Garvey would never support their policies. So Rasta have it all confused right there. Because Marcus Garvey just believe in a self-sufficiency, self-reliance. So Marcus Garvey is more aligned with Edward Seaga philosophy. But them twist it. Because Seaga don't believe in a socialism either. Because that's a conservatism. Socialism make people dependent on government for everything, and that make them lazy. Them don't think. And when people become serf, that's a worst thing you can do for them. So learn about Garvey and wavering righteousness and how his principle inspire a generation today. Regrettably, some individuals have misrepresented Marcus Garvey's teachings for personal gain, uncovering the hijacking of his movement by certain factions within the Rastafarian community who propagate falsehoods and deceits. We shed light on these manipulations, aiming to ensure Garvey's true legacy remains intact for future generations. Join us on this enlightening journey as we challenge misconception, expose hidden truths, and unveil a genuine legacy of Marcus Garvey. It's time to set the record straight and honor this visionary leader's remarkable contribution to empowering black people worldwide. You are a brilliant person. Yes, the Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, is Michael Manley 2.0. That's why we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel have been echoing that sentiment from a very long time. From we started hearing talk about human rights and all these things, and yeah, we know that's a cuddling argument that for criminality. So, we know all of those code words. So that's why we say it's Michael Manley 2.0. So do you think that he's for law and order? I don't want to be that tough, but hey, I have to just be honest. Yes, man, the Prime Minister is a fraud. Yeah, man, he is a fraud. Just like, but he's a little better than Mark Golding. Mark Golding is worse. So one is worse, and one is according to Jamaica worse. So him worse and Mark Golding worse. So you understand? He's just the better of both evils. But what I tell you, him still a fraud still. So remember, the killings would be worse if it were up to him. Remember that his lawyer, yeah man, Patrick Bailey, that I Prime Minister we are talking now, his lawyer Patrick Bailey, yeah man, kill a man in his house or witness the killing. Because that's the only way we can put it. I want him to sue because I want him to come to America for them lock him up because man is an American. You understand? We are not a witness to it, but what does I tell you? It's two persons that was in the house and one person alive. That means the person's alive is the one that killed him. There's nobody else. There's no other suspect unless him willing to talk. And him lie. Because him say him no hear no gunshot no nothing. Me no know who sleep. Now, sir, unless him a text Iraqi. But, I saw it go corruption. And we say like a second man now forget where we'd murder too. This man will kill him wife. When I ask, you understand the guy when he Silvera. So, remember Patrick Bailey, yeah man, him kill a man in his house or witness the killing. To date, there is no charges. If it were another person, they would be on death row. Well, they don't have death row again in Jamaica, but I just say go. I mean, I get life or maybe 5 years for plea guilty. Because Jamaica, remember, most of the people that are dying in Jamaica are poor people. And these 63 people, they don't value black people life. Black life no matter. You understand? Unless you're elitist and you're a millionaire and have money. Like Andrew, like the Prime Minister, Mark Golding. You understand? But if you are a poor person, your life now no value. So, yeah, a man can get all 3 years for killer. Because you're not nobody. You're poor. I just saw them do it. And then them have the sentence now for someone who kill a person in society who have money. So, you understand? So that's how it is. So, moving on. The late Constable Errol Campbell died last year in November 2022 and was the only survivor who received life-threatening injuries to his head and back from the incident. So listen to the entire video and stop assuming. One police officer who was there and lived in Florida wrote a book. I am not making up things to get views, so give me a break, okay? And I am not here, supporting a political party. I am just here about Team Jamaica and tell people the truth. That's what we're all about here. So who killed the two police officers that Good Friday, that Rasta called Bad Friday? Why were there two men arrested and charged with several counts of murder and were hung from the incident? I am not here to peddle propaganda, and if the truth shall kill those who hate it, let it destroy them. Let it kill them. You can go where it's massage your ego. I am not here to make anyone feel lie. The channel is all about the truth, and we will not allow this lie to continue by liars like Mota Baruka, Miguel Larn, Andrea Williams, and the like. You can't tell us to lie to anyone. It won't happen or worked. I will block you if you or anyone else post lies about the incident. 100% accuracy, because we want people to be honest, decent, and ethical. Yes, we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel have seen the charlatans, convicted criminals, frauds, and others spewing lies about Coral Gardens, St. James incident, about the socialistic Rastas who want to take people's land without their permission and consent. And when the owner peacefully asks for these scroungers and parasites to leave, all hell broke loose. So, these people occupy the man land. The man asks them peacefully to leave, and them, because they have the socialistic mentality where they believe that anything what them want, they must take it. And that's what caused the problem. But Mota Baruka, them not telling you that, because they are liars. You have to understand, them have an agenda. Propaganda, so mouthpiece them. You understand? So the worst part about it is that the Prime Minister is one of the worst Jamaican Prime Minister in Jamaica's history. He has allowed himself to be conned, hoodwinked, and fooled, all because he's ignorant when it comes to Jamaican history. Not only is Andrew Holness is the worst, but he also hates the police force and its members. And this is a fact. He is not leading the party of Bustamante, Donald Sangster, Hugh Shearer, or Edward Seaga. Bruce Golding wasn't a labourer. Bruce Golding was an opportunist. He was a caroused and carabunkus. Yes. And he's the first Prime Minister in the history of Jamaica after resigning in a disgrace, because he's a criminal-minded person. Yes. So, that Andrew Wallace, he's leading the party of the criminals. Yeah, man, criminal minister, Bruce Golding, by rewarding the criminals who have killed police officers in Coral Gardens, St. James, and Tivoli Gardens, Kingston. I am reminded of the famous statement by Nazis propaganda minister Joseph Goebbels that if you repeat a lie often enough, it becomes the truth. And that's what happened with this matter, because the gullible politicians and the anti-police elites in Jamaica, if you think the crime situation is going to get better, you better think again, because the seed has been sown for the government to pay reparation to criminals and their supporters. So, the Rastafarians uprising at Coral Gardens, St. James, Jamaica. Selbone Reid, a retired member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, authored a book titled on Amazon. Yes, it's called Rastafarians Uprising, Coral Gardens, Jamaica. So he wrote of his experience of the event. Rastafarians killed 2 police officers. This is from an eyewitness, somebody who experienced what was happening. Yeah, me Sir Alexander Bustamante, soul rest in peace. This man was a law-abiding Prime Minister. He did not play with criminals. Yeah, man, Bustamante make sure that the men who kill the police officers, that they play with them life. So, them shit up themselves before them hang them. Yes, man, I have family who work at prison. Yes, I used to work at death row and tell them I hang them and them thing there. Or them shit up themselves when them know them are dead. But them love kill people. Yeah. So that's why we want this Prime Minister to resume hanging, but we have to go wait until, if he won't real, we have to go wait. You understand? Because this man, he's not ready for this thing. We want somebody to start hang the murderer, them man. We are trying to find a Edward Seaga, we don't know. Maybe a Nigel Clark or Seaga, because Nigel Clark is the numbers man, Yeah. And they must, and time for you get rid of him at Nigel, just wait. But if you not strong on them thing there, cause we know say the PMP is a criminal organization, them never say a murder where they never love yet. You understand? So we just want to make sure so them boy them start brought them neck. We can't just, you understand? Yeah, because you don't know, the Privy Council say, yeah, after fight, once them exhaust them thing, you just broke them neck, make them shit up themselves, and a man will think twice. Because if you kill people, you know, expect to be killed. That's just so it go. We don't see it no other way. You understand? So, so two police officers were killed, Corporal Clifford Melbourne and Inspector Bertie Scott, and 6 civilians. So 8 people that them killing. 2 men who killed the police officer were arrested, charged, convicted, and sentenced to hang and imprisoned. Others were injured and imprisoned too. Alright, so on Thursday, April 11, 1963, Reed was a police constable stationed at Montego Bay Police Station, St. James, at 14 Barnett Street. Then the call came to go to Coral Gardens, St. James. The Rasta went where the gas station was and lit it on fire, and a confrontation had developed with a group of Rastafarians and other people. Officer Reed subsequently wrote of what he had seen involving Rastafarians and police personnel. A powerful drama was to follow. Holy Thursday, 1963, was not the peaceful worship day residents of Coral Garden, St. James had envisioned. Church service were overshadowed by a bloody clash between a band of Rastafarians and police that killed 8 persons. For years, the Rasta community has been sanitizing the Coral Gardens uprising in favor of Rastafarians. So here's the undeniable fact. My late grandfather, my mother's father, was a conservative. He hated thieves, he hated criminals. Yeah man, Papa hated liars and others who infringe on other people's rights to liberty and pursuit of happiness. And he hated Rastas because they were against the rule of law. And I love my Papa. In Jamaica, and if you want to be popular, just beat the drum against the police. Make the police your enemy, and you will become popular and become a celebrity. So the seed have been planted for Jamaican people to be criminal-minded, criminal supporter, criminal enablers, and criminal beneficiaries. So in Jamaica, people wanted to take other people's property with fear, force, or threat of death. My grandfather was not a scholar, but he was an astute student of historical facts about Jamaica and who the culprits were. Propagandist messages are received by people who are illiterate, have low IQs, and are gullible. But when you are a well-read and knowledgeable person, the noise enters your frontal lobe because you know that it is a lie. Remember, once you keep repeating a lie, people hear them over and over again, they will become the truth to the fools. And as we had stated before, you never try to educate a fool because the fools will hurt you. Yes, not only they will hurt you, they will eat you too. So much of the dialogue that succeeded the event at Coral Gardens has been sanitized and whitewashed to create the perception of an out-of-control colonial police system out to get the poor, law-abiding Rastafarians instead of the facts which are clear and concise. The true story was of Rastafarian opposed to the social order, who wanted to take property that was not theirs and decided to commit arson and murder. Those are the facts. The Ghetto University in Jamaica, the University of the West Indies, has sanitized the narrative created by the anti-police propagandists at the UWI. They have consciously and deliberately left factual consequences. The Rastafarians and across actions left include the story of the courageous police constable Harold Campbell, who was severely injured and at first was pronounced dead. So they don't tell the people them that, them just lie to them. They don't tell them that, that they had killed 8 people and a policeman was severely injured. Yes, Constable Harold Campbell, they don't tell them that. Wicked people them, So only to show the doctors that he was not dead. Unfortunately, Constable Campbell departed the earth with no fanfare or media coverage of this Jamaican era. As you know, in Jamaica, the police officers are the enemies. and the criminals are the heroes. Yes, we just tell you what it is. Young police officers, you need to leave the Jamaica Constabulary Force for a better life, because you are serving in an organization that the leaders hate every single one of you if you are not a criminal. So just remember that. So on Sunday, December 18, 2022, former Constable Errol Campbell funeral was held at the Falmouth Seventh-day Adventist Church, Trelawney, Jamaica. The media did not say anything about this patriot. Yeah, Constable Campbell was enlisted in the Jamaica Constabulary Force in 1959 at 19 years old. He was stationed at Barnett Street Police Station, St. James. Constable Campbell, where the Rastafarian community had set fire to a gas station on Holy Thursday, 1963. The man was on his day off when Inspector Fisher instructed him to join other members and responded to a dispute at Coral Gardens, St. James gas station. If this action is not terrorism, I did not know what else. Number 931 Constable Errol Winston Campbell was 23 years old at the time. When the police team arrived at Coral Gardens, St. James, the police team were ambushed. Constable Campbell fell and was chopped in the head, causing his brain to become visible. Mutabaruka and Kabuna tell you that, and Miguel and the other liars them. He also received injuries to his back, from which he never recovered. He was bedridden up to the day he died on November 23rd, 2022, at 82 years old. He was rushed to the Cornwall Regional Hospital and placed on ice, presumed dead like the others who were brought there, because the doctor them could have seen brain, because them chop off a part of his skull and them could have seen brain. A doctor later looked closer at him and realized he was still alive. He responded, "This one has a little life left. Take him out." He was airlifted to Kingston Public Hospital, where he was treated. In his lifetime, he was visited several times by the Trelawney Police Division, especially during Police Week, and by the JCF Retired Member Association Island-wide. Tributes were done by Commissioner of Police, the Trelawney Police Division, and the Jamaica Police Federation, the Retired Member Association of the JCF and his family, to name a few. His family and the Trelawney Division also planned the funeral service and executed a police presence from the division. I wonder if they did get any gun salute. When a team seen no video of the man's funeral. In any law-abiding society, one would expect the elites and intellectuals would condemn this corruption and distortion for what it is indeed was. The government of Jamaica, the Jamaica Labour Party, in association with their criminal-minded elites, who are the real criminal supporters, enablers and financiers, anti-police friends, have apologized to the murderous criminals who terrorized property owners, set their property on fire, murdered police officers and committed other crimes against the state of Jamaica. And these criminals are lionized as if they were heroes. They were criminals and terrorists. All of the rest of them, every one of them. You understand? So that's why I say why police used to hate them in the 70s. And right, based on how I feel now, I not even feel no sympathy for none of them. I don't care about my uncle, I not business. Yeah man, I'm a police or something, you think me love the police. So the criminals within Jamaica's shores, look no further, because it is the poster child for the murderous thugs which Prime Minister Andrew Holness is hugging up and now is forced to be reluctantly, wearily and shamelessly visiting the United States of America Justice Department, seeking help to deal with violent terrorists they have cuddled, nurtured, elevated and put on a pedestal as decent, honest and patriotic Jamaican have been shunned. Some people are wondering why Jamaica is labelled the criminal's paradise in the Caribbean Sea. It's because of the actions of these people. Yes, the Jamaican government under the leadership of Prime Minister Andrew Holness have always sided with the anti-government, treasonous and seditious Jamaicans who are terrorists against the security force. After they bravely defended Jamaican democracy in May 2010, in return, they have retaliated against our police force and military by creating a criminal coddling agency named Indicom that has empowered our terrorists in Jamaica. And that is what is happening. So we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel do not support terrorism or criminality of any stripe, irrespective of who the person or group of people are, because the rule of law must be respected and we must not force anyone to obey the laws of Jamaica. 1963 Good Friday incident must be known and crystal clear that these Rastafarians did was unlawful, terrorist act committed against the state and personal property are undeniable. It doesn't matter how many times they repeat the lies. Only fools, criminal-minded, criminal apologists, criminal supporters, and anti-police supporters will believe. We believe the police report of the incident because it is facts. And Papa was a learned man, not having a grade school education, but was witty in his thoughts and was a conscientious Jamaican who loved the rule of law. Remember that in May 2010, the security forces went into the Valley Garden to capture one of Jamaica's most notorious labourite, Christopher Dudu, and during the operation by the police and the military, restore the country's laws and the ability to think and behave regular and rationally, sound mental health. The Jamaican traditional and conventional response of honouring the bravery of Jamaican security force instead went on an attack along with their counterparts against the security force and apologized to the criminals. The JLP LGBTQ plus government along with the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization pretend to be a political party and the no reparation checks of the Jamaican taxpayers' money for their behavior. Then they wonder why the crime rate is so high. Look no further. Reparation for criminals in Jamaica. The Rastafarians, they killed eight people, including 2 police officers, and them get reparation check. The people at Tivoli, them said, boy, them would die. They will die for Dudos. These people get reparation check for them house where them claim say security force damage during the incursion, during the firefight. The people them that were killed, them get their family get reparation money too. Money, you know. Yes, baby, I tell you. I'm going to Jamaica. Hey, look, you see right now, thousands of Palestinians have been murdered in Palestine by the Israeli. Yeah, because we see it. We are watch it live on the TV, genocide. But guess what? You think the Palestinians are getting the money? Them not getting the money. The innocent one, them innocent are guilty, them not getting the money. But in Jamaica, what? Yeah man, the security force, you get money and them thing there. So that is what the Prime Minister did. Yeah man, Andrew Wallace. But most people you're not going to hear them talk about it and them thing there, you know. You understand? Yeah. So the Fraudulent Commission inquiry main goal by the PNP LGBTQ plus government at the time was to do what they do best. Demonizing, vilify and make the security force as the enemy and the criminals as the upholders of law and order. Give me a break. You people complain about crime in Jamaica. Just wait, man. When I think, come here telling you, 2024, I am telling you right now, a member of parliament is going to be killed by criminals in Jamaica. Watch. I'm not going to say I was side, you know. Just watch. Jamaica is a PNP LGBTQ plus country, so they could not find independent jurists in Jamaica and had to import an enemy and jealous man from Barbados who hated Jamaica and the impact it had in the world, and anything to diminish Jamaica and its security force was a job well done by Sleepy. Now you see that it's a level of leadership that Jamaica enjoys, of criminal supporters and lawyers. Coral Gardens, St. James, was a developing residential community and a part of the Kerr Jarrett estate at Iron Shore, a district adjacent to the community. Retaliatory action led to the fire on the gas station grounds when a property owner shot and injured Rastafarian sympathizer in a land dispute. Before long, many people were seriously injured and 8 were killed, among them 2 policemen who have been on duty. A fireball at the gas station was the heading included in the narrative of the following development. There were some scary bits about the gas station and fire, and our man was chopped to death by the Rastas. Another headline described the situation when hell broke loose, chaos reigned. For the first time since independence in 1962, members of the Jamaica Defence Force were called out for duty alongside the police to maintain law and order. Not only at Coral Gardens, but elsewhere, especially in Montego Bay, where fear are taking over. So a Rasta, the original criminal in Jamaica, they are the one why the Prime Minister, not even a year after independence. That's why the British, because I see people them in the same elites them in Jamaica. They were, well, not the elites them, the wing of the PMP criminal organization. In a support this kind of behavior. Because if you don't have an appetite, if you don't have a market for something, nobody will buy it. You understand? So that's how it is. If they had continued on the trend like Bustamante, Law and Order, would there be a better people today? But you have the PMP criminal organization, so they are the one, Now man they all trick all the Rasta, tell them say I send them back to Africa when him not even did like them. I remember him call Marcus Garvey the N-word. And most Rasta don't know that, And I know say it's not Michael Mann, the father, send Marcus Garvey to prison because him call Marcus Garvey the N-word. Yeah man, Michael Mann, the father, call Marcus Garvey the N-word in the KSAC council. And Garvey punch him. And I saw Garvey in a prison and go to 6 months. Norman Manley, Michael Manley father. And then him true say Rasta them are idiot. Him tell them say I send them back to Africa. I'll know them still are waiting and can't reach. Fool them. You understand? So 3 Rastafarian, 3 civilian and 2 policemen died at Coral Gardens. Among the dead was Rodolph Franklin, the militant leader of the Rasta group that set the Ken Douglas Shell service gas station on fire before killing the civilians, Corporal Clifford Melbourne and Inspector Bertie Scott. At the time, the Rastafarians, with their eccentric lifestyle, replete with dreadlocks, hairstyle, and ganja smoking rituals, were seen as feeding on the emerging road boy culture and became increasingly targeted by the authorities. Their cries for equal rights and justice and their clamor for inclusion in the local political process were met with little enthusiasm. By the late 1950s, this group had begun to attract attention from overseas with visit of the USA-based First Africa Corps member who joined the Claudius Henry-led militant at a camp in Red Hills. In April 1960, police executed a preemptive raid. So you hear about preemptive raid, and they have preemptive strike on the camp, arresting Henry himself, that are America, and reportedly seized several weapons. Henry and a handful of groups were charged with treason. That preemptive raid did nothing to stop what had been an apparent rebellion. A giant West Indian regiment, at the time when the British were in charge, a giant West India regiment and Jamaica police operation in June 1960 led to the rounding up of more than 150 Rastafarians across the island. By June, there was a series of disturbances in areas where Rastafarian camps were located, resulting in the death of 2 British soldiers and critical wounding of 3 other members of the security force. In crushing the attempt rebellion, the government took notice of the involvement of the North American Revolutionary Black Power militants and its targeted antagonism of Jamaican whites. Yeah, so it was a racist thing, with the rest of them. Yeah, racist thing, who were seen as symbol of Jamaican oppression. This then comprised the socio-political state of mind of the Jamaican government, which received the country's keys from its political masters on Independence Day in 1962. Interestingly, the same year, Rudolph Franklin, a Cornwall College graduate who had embraced the Rastafarian faith became embroiled in a land dispute with Kerr Jarrett family in Western Jamaica. So terrorism want to take over people them land, you know. So from information received and obtained from reliable sources, according to reports, Franklin was reportedly farming illegally on lands in the Trial area. The landowners had engaged the police to remove the illegal squatting, farming on their land. During an altercation with one of the police officers, Franklin was shot 5 times and left for dead in the churchyard. His body was later discovered by school children and removed to a local hospital where he was treated. But he was charged with possessing ganja and is released. Franklin was sentenced to 6 months in prison, and according to those who knew him, he was an embittered person when he was released in early 1963. A problem with the police and him thing, they were shot him thinks a man dead. You can't shoot, man, and you have to make sure you check him pulse, man. You put your finger right to shot him pulse in him neck and check it up on him hand. You understand? And, you know, you make sure, man, you make sure him the right in the departure, or you can't just think because him step inside him and say him reach. And that's a problem. So it did not help. It did not help that at the time some Jamaican public members saw Rastafari as a threat to public order. True, the new Alexander Bustamante government merely continued the repression against the group, which stoked an early sentiment that fed the badness honor culture spawned in the early 1960s. So you see, a Rasta, you know, why the call them kill 2 British soldiers, you know. And most of them not tell you them things, you know. So that's one of the things we communicate why the Queen say, you know, we just make them mad, make them people control this thing. And before them, you know, them start 2 British soldiers, man, them killing 2 white man, you know. And all them never just decimate them. Joke them a joke, man. That's why I love Uncle Sam, you know, man. You understand? I'm not care what a guy wants to say. So the level of police harassment reportedly pushed Rudolph over the edge and sparked the Coral Gardens attack. Lyle Waldron and Noel Bowen, all Rastafarians, local and homegrown terrorists and socialists who believe they can enter other people's properties and take it as theirs. The Rasta group Rudolph Franklin militant leader set the Ken Douglas Shell gas station on fire. 2 policemen, Corporal Clifford Melbourne and Inspector Bertie Scott, and 3 other civilians died in the Coral Gardens St. James event that day. The liars in Jamaica media will never tell the people this because they are very dishonest at best. It is reported that Prime Minister Sir Alexander Bustamante visited the parish and the Commissioner of Police and head of the Jamaica Defence Force. Bustamante had declared, bring in all Rastas, dead or alive. The government then dispatched a strong detachment of police from neighbouring parishes to Coral Gardens and the surrounding, where more than 150 bearded men, assumed to be Rastafarians, were rounded up and arrested. Reports state that many of those arrested had no part in the Coral Gardens incident, but were detained nonetheless, driven partially by public prejudice against the Rastafarian community and to show force while protecting any thoughts of reprisal. The men were beaten and tortured and had their locks trimmed, which violated their human and constitutional rights, deprived of the same by the state's apparatus as punishment for the action of a few misguided individuals. 2 of Franklin's accomplices, Carlton Boyle and Clinton Lamont, were charged with murder and went on trial in 1964. They were found guilty and sentenced to hang following a months-long trial by Justice Ronald Small, father of current Queen Counsel Hugh Small. Bowen and Lamont were suspended on December 2nd, 1964. The Jamaican press, Muta Baroka, Andrea Williams, Miguel Lan and the other Jamaican liars will not tell the Jamaican people that 2 policemen were murdered at Coral Garden, St. James, on that fateful Good Friday. The Rastas and their constituents of professional liars have renamed the same day as Bad Friday for Rasta, which is the biggest lie ever told since independence. Remember that police officers lost their lives at the hands of these Rastafarians. 2. Corporal Clifford Melbourne and Inspector Bertie Scott lost their lives to these homegrown terrorists and Rastas. Rodolph Franklin, the militant leader of the group that had set Ken Jones' Shell service station on fire before killing civilians, was killed by the police officers on the scene. And we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel applaud them for standing up for the rule of law. It's a pity that they did not kill more. Yet the Prime Minister of Jamaica, St. Andrew Holness, apologized to the Rastas for killing the 2 police officers doing their lawful duties. However, Dr. Peter Phillips was a Rastafarian back in the days and knew what the Rastas did then was wrong and should be condemned by every decent, ethical, law-abiding, honest and truthful Jamaicans who does not like criminals or support criminality. The reason for him to do the same is all about votes and nothing else. Not even the PNP LGBTQ+ criminal organization, which operates as a political party when they were in power for over 27 years, apologized to the Rastas since the incident. Have you ever taken up the cause of condemning the government? So the PNP, even the PNP, which is a criminal organization, knew that what the Rastas did to the police and the people in St. James Square was wrong. And this man, Andrew Holness, come and apologize to them and give them reparation. Set up funds from taxpayers' money. So when you kill police in Jamaica, you have money to get. That's why we're telling the young police leave. Me glad to me left every day. No apologies. I'm still talk about them. Me, the only help me can help the Jamaican people them to take back them country from these people. So to date, there's no single commendation for the police officers who have done everything lawfully in the execution of their duties. Yeah, the police officers who were killed during the May 2010 incursion of Tivoli Gardens, Kingston, to capture Christopher Dudu-Skook, who was wanted by the United States of America. Yeah, man, to date, there is no single commendation for the police officers who have done everything lawfully in the execution of their duty. They have the Prime Minister of Jamaica acknowledge them for putting their lives on the line for a country that reveres, celebrated, supported and reward cop killers with reparation. Then these people wonder why murder rate is 5th in the world. The government is the main contributor to the same. Thanks for watching the Jamaican Young Police Channel, where you get nothing but the truth, real mama papa truth. We are going to always going to educate you with facts, not propaganda, for the government or its minion. So if you need to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and do so. Please remember, you want to give the video thumbs up. Yes. So on Thursday, so we're gonna post a link below for you to check out the Amazon book for this policeman, Selburn Reed. Yeah, he's the one who's a witness because he was there. And I know most of you didn't know that 2 policemen was killed and 1 was seriously injured. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.